Guys, today we're going to be talking about Eric Darius. Eric Darius is a phenomenal sax player. Now, Eric Darius is a contemporary jazz musician. Eric Darius just got started recently, a couple of years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. But the thing about Eric Darius is, what makes him so great is not necessarily him getting on stage. Now, mind you, Eric Darius is a phenomenal performer. Eric Darius is a phenomenal saxophone player. But when he gets off the stage, what does he actually do? Now, I've seen a lot of people promote their jazz through, I guess, music, flyers, advertisements, other people. But what Eric Darius does is Eric Darius not only takes his contemporary feel, but he brings it to the younger crowd. Something that I want to do myself. He wants to bring what you think is, oh, this is jazz, I don't want to listen to this. Oh, this is jazz, I don't want to get into what it is. He takes that opinion and turns it on its head. He makes what you think jazz is and not think that it's dead. Now, that might have sounded a little poetic, but the thing about it is the styles of Eric Darius is very poetic. Now, when I say that, I mean graceful. Now, when he goes and performs like Michael Jackson on stage with his saxophone in his hand, he not only does that, but he goes back and does the same thing with the people he relates to. Now, I'm not saying that, oh, he dances in front of people just nonchalantly without being on stage. What I'm saying is he takes his contemporary feel and his dream of having not only old people like jazz, but young people as well, and brings it to the school. He brings it to Facebook, Twitter, MySpace, much like Jessie J. And if he hasn't met Jessie J, Eric, I implore you, or I stress to you, you have to meet Jessie J, because a lot of these things that you and her are doing is like this. Now, what Jessie J does is she'll get on Facebook and she's like, oh, well, what's up, you guys? This is what I'm doing. And Jessie J stays on Facebook giving out statuses and reports on how she's doing, what she's doing, what she's practicing, how she feels when she practices. It's just a wonderful contemporary feel to what we do today in jazz. And I know a lot of artists probably do that today, but a lot of artists that are not in the jazz field tend to be media-centered. And what I mean by media-centered is basically that poison from the social media gets mangled into what they're trying to say and mangled into what they're trying to do. But when jazz artists do it, since jazz is not in the mainstream society, or the mainstream media for that matter, it's like a positive thing every time. So when I see Eric Darius and he does his thing, not only does he say, guys, what music are you listening to? He always is texting consistently. Okay, so me, because I don't call people on the phone, but when I get on Facebook, I link my Facebook to my phone and I get all the text messages and all the messages from Eric Darius and Jessie J constantly, almost every day. At the end of the week, Eric Darius is asking me, what have I listened to? And I just listen, look at, and sometimes I commented on it, but more so I'm revering his ability to relate to me not only once out of the month, but every day. Now, I love David Sanborn. I love David Sanborn with a passion, and it's not love him like date love. It's more like love his music and love his expression. I love that with a passion. But you have to stop and think. When I went to go see Dave Sanborn, he didn't connect to me like I wanted him to connect me. I wasn't able to sign an autograph, and I understand Dave Sanborn has, you know, he's an older guy, but he has this condition in which he had polio, and a lot of his, you know, body isn't working like our bodies work. I understand that. I just wish I was able to connect with him like I'm able to connect to Eric Darius or Boney James, or, you know, in the concert type of setting where I can sign a CD and say, hey, this is, you know. But yeah, everybody has that situation, and I'm not blaming him. You know, it's just depressing to me. But when I see Eric Darius, I know that, hey, I'm going to be able to take a picture with this guy. I'm going to be able to, you know, interact with this guy. And hey, this guy's like my brother. He's my friend. He's my peer. He's my, you know, he's my friend. would you want to relate to somebody who you don't know or somebody who you feel like you know? Eric Darius is somebody that I feel like I know. And not only that, the guy plays cannonball saxophone. So it's not just that he's good, he's promoting a saxophone that I love. And if you go down to my channel, you'll see every, you know, cannonball. I've tried them out. Every you know, different type of cannonball, anything about cannonball, I have it on my page. I try to keep up with them as much as I possibly can. But not only him, we have Elon Trotman. Now, Elon Trotman is, you know, they're kind of like, they're promoting the same thing in my opinion. Eric Darius is more pronounced in my opinion because I listen to Eric Darius first, but I'm starting to get into Elon Trotman. Now, I looked on the Smooth Jazz Family Facebook page and I saw this picture of Elon Trotman doing this C sharp. And, well, it looked like a C sharp because when you play C sharp on the saxophone, regardless of what saxophone you have, C sharp is no hands in the mid pitch of the horn. So it's like you can play the C sharp and just blow into the horn. That's a C sharp, as long as you're playing it in tune. So when he's playing it, he's playing it like this with his hands out, and it's a picture, and I'm like, you're just clowning on the C sharp, ain't you? But yeah, Elon Trotman is cool too, guys, and he has that contemporary, that in your face, that performance type of saxophone player that when he moves, you're like, can you play like that? Can you play with all that gyrating and moving and stuff like that? But yeah, guys, check these guys out, Elon Trotman and Eric Darius.